KHOU 11 News at 6 starts now.
A Houston woman heartbroken over her husband's murder. He was killed trying to protect her from purse snatchers. A partial building collapse in New Orleans. At least one dead, two missing. First responders getting ready for a risky rescue attempt. And our top story on our webcast, the Astros taking on the Yankees in Game 1 of the ALCS. First pitch is just about 30 minutes away, and Astros fans plan on having Minute Maid Park rockin'. Fans started showing up at around 4 o'clock this afternoon. The last time the Astros faced the Yankees in the ALCS, our Astros came out on top in Game 7. As you remember, we ended up winning the World Series. Fans want to make sure history repeats itself. We've seen a lot of Yankees fans out there, too. A lot of homes divided. Husbands and wives, girlfriends and boyfriends rooting for opposite teams as if they don't have enough to argue about. The Astros have home field advantage the whole postseason, so Minute Maid Park will be rocking inside. We talked to some diehard Astros fans ready to take down the Yankees.
Several years ago, the Astros opened on Easter Sunday, so I dressed everybody up in bunny ears, and it just kind of hung on, and so we're known as the play ball bunnies.
Yeah. They see the ears, and we can go anywhere just about.
Just the feeling in there just puts chills up your back. Everybody's rooting for the Astros. It's just an exciting, emotional time for all the fans that are there.
We whooped them last time.
All right, Zach Greinke is on the mound for the Astros tonight. Fans are hoping for a better showing than his Game 3 outing against the Rays. All right, now to the weather. Do yourself a favor. Get outside. It is simply beautiful. This is a live look from our tower cam. And David Paul, I'm going to say it. It's the best weather on the planet right now.
It is the best.
I said it.
You said it. I'm glad you said it. Someone had to say it. It is. It's the best day we've had in 6 months. Gorgeous. High temp today was 72. Normal's 83, so we were 10 degrees below normal, actually 11. The record's 96, set on this day back in 1991. Beautiful evening. It's 65 degrees. We'll slowly fall through the 60s as the sun goes on down. If you are sneezing, which I am, it's ragweed. That's the only weed pollen in town right now. 660 pollen granules per cubic meter of air. The culprit for our beautiful weather is actually this parent area of low pressure, which has been bringing blizzard conditions to the Dakotas since Friday. Today it's winter weather advisories, but they're still getting snow up there. There's the front, there's our north wind. We're loving it down here. Clouds are beginning to increase. You can see that outside, and that is because we have a developing tropical system in the Pacific. And this is sending moisture over Mexico and up and over into Texas. Now, that's not happening at the surface. That's happening way up at the top of the atmosphere at 34,000 feet. Jet streams grabbing that Pacific moisture, bringing it over Mexico. And so because of that, clouds will be increasing on Sunday, but we'll have a nice day Sunday. But going into Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, that jet stream pattern becomes a little more amplified. That's a wet weather pattern for Houston and Texas going into the middle of next week. And then there's also this. It's nothing an emergency. We're not overly concerned about this, but there's a 20% chance something could slowly develop here in the Western Caribbean and try to sneak into the southern Gulf of Mexico slowly over the next 5 days. Plenty of time to watch it. This one may have rain chance implications for us going into early next week, like the 20th and the 21st. That's may get quite wet for us. Meanwhile, Sunday's gorgeous. High-level clouds as that moisture comes in from the Pacific. But I don't think any rain tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's going into Monday morning. That moisture in the Gulf of Mexico will begin to bring rain showers to the coast. That's Monday morning. Here's Monday afternoon. Growing chance for rain. So Monday may be wet from time to time. Tuesday, there's that upper air pattern I showed you. It results in rain at the surface on Tuesday. Tuesday looks like it may be a wet day. And take a look at the extended. Again, tomorrow is picture perfect. Enjoy it, because it won't last. Back to a 60% rain chance on Monday, 60% chance for rain on Tuesday. Some of that may be heavy. 40% chance Wednesday, 40% chance Thursday. Again on Friday, 50% rain chance Saturday. So Ron, we're going to go from the most beautiful weather in the country to some of the more miserable weather in the country. A rain chance every day next week. If you got to pour a slab, if you got an outdoor project, it may be tough to get it done. For most of next week, Ron Trevino, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, David Paul. Now to an update on a shooting in the Alief area. A man killed while trying to protect his wife from purse snatchers. It happened overnight at this apartment complex on Brookglade Circle. Reporter Chris Costa spoke to the victim's widow.
Houston police say they're working with a very vague description about 2 or 3 African-American males in a small black sedan. And now Claudia Pineda says she wants justice for her husband.
I screamed, "Help me, help me. They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill us."
Claudia Pineda has lost something she can't replace. Her husband, Oscar Anibal Gomez, was shot and killed as he tried to stop men from robbing her.
He would step on me and grab at me with one hand while the other pointed the weapon at my head and then at my chest. My husband would only get closer and he said 2 or 3 times, "Let her go, let her go." And then I heard the gunshot.
She tried to give him CPR, but it was no use.
And he died there, in my arms, and he bled out.
Houston police detectives are trying to get surveillance video from the complex. They say this is not the only robbery that happened early Saturday morning. Houston police detectives say just 30 minutes prior to that robbery, another woman was robbed here, about a 5-minute drive away. They say the description of the suspects is similar, but it's not conclusive, and it's very vague.
We're working class people, humble people who come to better ourselves. We're not here to take anything from anyone. We came to strive to further our family.
Living in a modest apartment complex that she says does not have enough lighting, saying the suspects came out of the dark.
And this hurts my soul because he died like a dog. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. No one deserves to die like that.
Houston police are asking anybody with any video of either incident to send it to them or call Crime Stoppers. In Houston, Chris Costa, KHOU 11 News.
Other top stories we're following: at least 1 person dead, 2 others missing after a partial building collapse in New Orleans. The Hard Rock Hotel was under construction when a large section collapsed this morning. As we said, 1 person was killed, 2 others are still missing, and nearly 20 others were hurt. Rescue teams are now planning to go into the rubble in hopes of finding those missing people.
We believe the building on the first 8 floors is fairly stable. They have an engineer as part of that team, and we've consulted with several other engineers. They're going to make entry into that building with some pretty sophisticated equipment to search an area where we believe one of the victims are.
That rescue attempt will be dangerous. Only part of the building is considered stable. They're also watching a large crane looming over the wreckage. They say it is also unstable. Wedding guests took down a shooter who opened fire inside a church. It happened this morning during a wedding ceremony in Pelham, New Hampshire. Police say the shooter wounded 2 people before he was tackled by a group of guests. No word yet on a motive there. Authorities in San Antonio have arrested a 25-year-old man for allegedly threatening the city's mayor. Adam Converse is charged with making terroristic threats against a public servant and resisting arrest. He was taken into custody outside his home. Police say he sent a series of violent, profane, and racist messages to San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg through Facebook. All right, that's going to do it for our webcast for now. For all the good folks here at KHOU, I'm Ron Trevino. We're standing for Houston, and we're back tonight around 10 o'clock.